One of my nieces told me she was going to, quote, "I'm going to peel off your skin so I can have your bones."
And that's not the creepy niece story?
No.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody listens. Yap, yap, screaming my vision. Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons.
Welcome back to another episode of Yelling at Pigeons. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, and it's just me again. No, I'm just kidding. If you're watching YouTube, you know Luke's here. Welcome back, Luke. I know the listeners probably do not want it to just be me again. So, yeah, how was vacation?
I was just trying to make the audio listeners think that you were pulling a prank on them for a second. I am back. Vacation was cool. That is not how I lost my voice. That was the weekend at the Bills game, so I apologize for making you listen to a guy who smokes approximately 10 cases of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, that was...
Pretty rough, but it was a good time. Vacation was cool. I'll get into, actually, I've got some vacation, just random notes, stuff that came to me while I was on vacation, mostly based around vacation, that I was like, I'll write this down and we'll talk about it.
Did you enjoy Natty Lightville?
I did not go to Natty Lightville, unfortunately. Did drive through Margaritaville, but not the neighboring Natty Light Village. Kid Rock's Natty Light Village.
That's a walkthrough only.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Caleb obviously was holding it down while I was gone. Not just for Yap, but for Yelling at Sports as well, Yas. So that was cool. See Caleb get that out. Appreciate that. With that said, Caleb, I did listen to both episodes.
Okay.
And particularly your Yap episode, I have some notes. And they're not really constructive notes or anything. They're just thoughts that I had while listening to the show. Some of these, it's possible I may have forgotten the context. I was just listening while on vacation, and I just would write down something if it came to mind while I was listening. So this would be in order of how the topic must have came up on your show.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
First note. Rental cars suck. They wanted to charge my dad like $500 for using a debit card. And one time when I was with PJ, I used a debit card and they basically drained my entire account.
Yep.
Because it was so expensive. So
yeah,
I concur.
The worst.
With your, I believe you were saying that they were the worst. My next note was say goodbye to any future sponsors by any fast food place that Caleb did not rank S tier. We will delete the episode if needed.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Where am I at here? Oh, this one. I feel like this one was really important. Caleb mentioned that he loves Papa John's, but he forgot to mention how much he loves Papa himself and how they share the same favorite word and values.
Okay. Yep. Should have known that was coming.
Caleb said he doesn't like Subway as much as the other sub places, but he forgot to mention how much he doesn't like any of their spokespeople since like 2015 or so.
Okay. Is this just
Denny's...
a roast? Is this just a roast of my episode?
Not quite. Denny's music selection should have been discussed.
Oh,
maybe
yes.
the best in the restaurant business.
Best in the
Denny's
in the
music. If you're going to Denny's Denny's, you're going to listen to some good music.
Very niche,
like
topic here, but people don't know about Peking House and their music taste.
Yeah,
if they don't.
Yeah,
if they're not have never lived in Cambridge,
they'll give you divorced dad music. They'll give you like just it's great. Peking and Denny's, the best as far as chains go. Denny's has the best music.
Yeah, for
Easily.
For sure.
What was next? Oh, Be Real is still a thing?
Yeah, Be Real's a thing.
Okay. At one point, you were like, oh, I got to do my Be Real. I was like, I didn't know that we were still being real.
Yeah, have to. Always real.
Hardee's is sneaky one of the cleanest fast food places in Groove.
Oh,
in
yeah, not even sneaky.
Haven't updated their inside my entire life to date, but it's spotless.
It's spotless.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to
they always
Hardee's.
have old people there.
Yeah.
If you go there in the morning, well, I guess not always, but like breakfast, that's where they get their breakfast.
Yeah. Ripping through these, I have another one that said, "We might get sued by Post Malone because Caleb used 'when you're here, your family,' and he owns that phrase."
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah.
Was not aware. When did he?
Olive Garden stopped using it,
Okay,
and Jimmy Fallon bought it and gifted it to Post Malone.
that's awesome.
So he owns that phrase.
Jimmy, you want to give us something? Because
Yeah, or Post Malone if you're done with it.
Yeah, if you're done,
I would love to have that be the slogan. Yelling at pigeons. When you're here, your family. Officially. Like TM.
that would be
That
awesome.
would be incredible. Shout out Posty. Where am I at? Tim Hortons is S tier, but I wouldn't have yelled at you unless you were outright disrespectful. I think you had said, I got to be careful when I put this because Luke's going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Fair, but I do agree that I would have it at S, but I would have been okay
for sure.
As long as you weren't like, "Oh, this sucks, I'm putting it at the bottom."
Yeah.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wrote down El Palo Loco. I'm pretty sure is a former Olympian. I've never heard of that restaurant before.
El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I was thinking of Apollo Ono.
Yeah,
That's pretty close.
Very close.
Yeah. You had Crystal in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Seems like something a lot of people probably get into.
Oh, I'm sure.
New
Yeah.
Orleans.
Yep.
Well, I don't want to get demonetized. We won't anyway.
Yeah. They do a lot. They do a lot of extracurricular activities.
Yeah, for sure. I just had a notification cover up my note. Red Lobster is the Damar Hamlin of restaurants. Shout out to Damar.
Yeah, shout out to my prayers for Damar
because they're back.
Lobster.
Red Lobster did recover.
Okay. Haven't been to one in ages.
Me either. You've never been to a Captain D's? You like D's?
Never been.
D's nuts. That was my review of your episode. So.
All right. Well, I guess it was a majority of that tier list, which was a sweet. I don't know if you watched on YouTube or if you listened, but the tier list was you just clicked, like it popped up on the right side of the screen, and then you just clicked which tier it went in, so you didn't have to like drag and like move them around and stuff. But the downfall to that was you couldn't edit after you'd already put them in place. Yeah,
that sucks.
But it was easier to control than most tier lists we've done.
Gotcha. No, I didn't watch the YouTube. I just listened on Spotify. So you could have like snuck in an editorial diss on a YouTube or something. I would have missed it.
Could have.
Yeah.
Also,
also,
crazy.
Speaking of YouTube, what?
Crazy that you just are going to ignore the fact that I went 5 for 6 on trivia.
I am going to ignore for that because you ignored the fact that we went 5 for 5 the week before.
We did.
You're like, this might be the greatest run of all time. Maybe Luke is holding me back, and we went 5 for 5 the week before.
Well, but I also proved that I could do it alone. Like from people, the critics out there were saying that it was this is a team game, and nobody.
People are saying that maybe I steer you wrong so that I don't just dominate you in trivia and always get them right.
Yeah, well,
that's what all the comments were saying.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Yeah, so
not anymore. People will know that it's me that's carrying the team.
Yeah. Oh,
you're just Scottie Pippen.
Okay, sure.
Which isn't a dig. Like,
I mean, he's great. He's a great player,
but
he was a great.
But
player.
we all know it was the MJ show and
Michael Jackson.
One of your favorite guys.
Sure. I'm actually speaking of Michael Jackson. I'm looking at my vacation review to see if I wrote that down. We'll get back into that, but I need to add Michael Jackson because I didn't talk about that.
Okay. All right. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. In the meantime, speaking of YouTube, if you're watching, all my life, well, not all my life, since I had what I guess you would call facial hair, the middle of my mustache grows a little stronger than the outside. I am German.
We know that you have, like, you just probably haven't shaved in a while, so that's why there's still some mustache on the other sides of it. but you like really
Okay,
you
that's
like
what it is,
are
yeah.
trying to like be like
yeah,
your
the
idol.
sides of it
Michael
are
Jordan.
just coming back in.
You were trying to be like Michael
That's
Jordan.
what I was going to
He's-
say. Speaking of which, it may look like, because of my German roots, I assume Michael Jordan must be German as well. It may look like I have a little bit more hair in the center of my mustache right now. That would be because I probably do. It grows stronger right there for some reason. Kind of concerning. But we ball anyway. Need to trim it up. But yeah, not a Michael Jordan stash if that's what you're seeing. Or maybe I should be clear that if it's anything, it is a Michael Jordan stash,
yeah.
not the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to get into before I get into my vacation review?
No, let's go vacation review. And I'll be honest, I don't really have many notes
Yeah.
this week. And
All good.
yeah, let's
Yeah, so I went down to Orlando. Always good to visit Orlando. We do it every year. Well, really like Kissimmee, but we're all around the area. And my first question for you, Caleb, would be, how do you spell Max?
can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah. Hi, I would like to order a coffee, and my name is Max.
MAX.
Naturally, right? That would be the
Yeah.
thought. Now, if your name was Max, would you assume that other people are dumb enough to not know how to spell your name, or would you just assume that they know? Because most human beings above the age of 6 probably know how to spell that.
I would assume that people know.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's a three-letter word.
My brother-in-law, shout out Max if you're listening, apparently thinks otherwise because we're ordering coffee. Shout out Dutch Bros, by the way. Discovered Dutch Bros for the first time. So good. I had it.
Okay.
We were in the area of a Dutch Bros for 7 days. I had it at least 10 times.
Okay.
It was so good. But anyway, we're ordering, and now that I say that, he may have been ordering ice cream across the street. Either way, we're ordering something, and Max says, it was definitely ice cream. He says, they're like, can I have a name for the order? He goes, Max, M-A-X. Like, hey, man, I think they know how to spell a 3-letter word.
Yeah. The only other, if they were like MACK''S, like it's Max,
Which would be
but
insane.
insane.
Yeah. So we were getting on him all week about spelling his name, Max.
Actually.
When I ordered mine, I was like Luke, L-U-K-E. Like, like they're at least going to spell it close enough.
Yeah.
His claim was that, in his defense, he tells them how to spell it not because he doesn't think they can spell Max, but because he doesn't know if they thought he said Matt
Okay.
instead.
Which makes a little bit of sense.
Or Mac. Like, he wants to make sure they have the name correct.
Okay.
But ultimately, if you said Max, and we're the only 2 people ordering ice cream, and then they come out and say, order for Matt, it's
going to be...
put 2 and 2 together. It's
Yeah.
probably your order. And
But
it looks exactly like
if
what you
I
ordered.
know, if I know Max, like I know I do, he would be so mad. Like he would just be like, he would ruin his day.
Yeah.
Like, and the
That's true,
stupid
it's vibe.
person at the ice cream place thought I said my name was Matt.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
and then like he might
No
have
wonder
to-
they work at an ice cream place.
Yeah. He might have to go up and like make a point. It's like, actually it's Max, but I know that I'm
Yeah.
the only person that ordered in here. So
Yeah, so we got on him all week. And then when the last day we were there, well, the last night, we went to Dutch Bros. And yeah. So originally it was ice cream that he made them spell it, or he spelled it for them. We went to Dutch Bros the night we were going to leave the next day, and she brings out his order, and they asked for a name. He said Max. And when she brought the order out, she was like, was it Matt or Max? And we're like, me and Jordan were like, I literally told the barista, I was like, you don't know what you just did.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
don't know what you just
don't
did.
know what you just did.
Just
He
ruined
he
it.
was so
Yeah,
happy.
he got
He
the
was
gratification he needed at the buzzer.
at the buzzer. But
It was so sad.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I always spell my name just because people like to put it. I've had weird name spellings, but also like
Khalid.
that was our substitute.
That wasn't
teacher.
even a spelling. That was just
No, just the way it
substitute
was
pronouncing
pronounced.
it like that.
Khalid
Khalid.
every time. She said it every time, and every time I corrected her.
Khalid.
But she every time she had my class, it was Khalid. But people will spell with a K. I've had CALOB, Kalob, which Kaysen used to call me that all the time, which is so funny. I think I sent him, like at Chick-fil-A, they had me as Kalob one time. But yeah, it's definitely, something that I pay attention to, especially if I'm like on the phone with like customer service or something, like whoever. I'm like, gotta spell it right so they can find my name. But Max shouldn't be a problem. He should just go by. He should just do Maxwell.
Yeah, it would solve everything.
Yeah.
Solve everything.
Maxwell?
Yeah, Maxwell. Max. Well, I was going to say Mac, like MAC, but that would sound the same.
Mac.
Collab, there's like an alternate universe where you were like a really, really, really good athlete and you were on the Lob City Lakers.
Yes.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Lob City Clippers, and they called you Collab.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That'd be awesome.
Shout out to the alternate Caleb out there has Blake Griffin's life, and they call him Collab.
I do have to spell my last name every time, which I'm sure you get that.
I can see that. I usually spell my last name involuntarily.
Well, remember when we
or voluntarily? They don't force me.
Remember, like when we were in high school in Foundations of Tech, and we were gonna build cranes.
Yeah,
and he spelled it like my last name, and people were like, "That's like Caleb's name, not like." And then all he did was erase the I, so we were building crayons.
It was crayon. The teacher.
The teacher. Well, which it wasn't English class; it was technology. So spelling, I guess, doesn't matter that much. I don't know. I still don't know.
Where did he go down?
He hasn't been there for a while, but
we were like his last year.
Yeah.
Or one of them.
One of his last years. So I'm not sure. I could probably find out. I'll ask Catron and try to figure that out. But so I do understand like not wanting to get my name wrong, but I mean I think I have a common enough name that sounds like it is that nobody is. I have gotten like Kayla from a Caleb, and like they just write that, and that's always a little embarrassing because I'm a man.
That's funny.
But yeah, it would be Max.
Yeah,
it would be Max.
The easiest name to spell in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say here? Oh, this is a little bit niche. If you've been to the outlets in Orlando or that area,
been there.
And I don't know if I texted you about this. We lost a brave soldier, of which I was a big fan of. They closed the Carhartt outlet.
No, you love the Carhartt outlet.
Love it. I mean, you watch the show. I'm wearing Carhartt like 90% of the time.
Yeah,
love the Carhartt outlet, and come on the show, Carhartt. Yeah, they closed it, and I was so sad. I went into this place that sold almost exclusively high school football jerseys, which was kind of cool. They also had a P. Diddy shirt in the window. That's what brought me in.
And you bought it?
No, I was thinking about buying it for Jordan though, and then like as a joke, but it was $25. I don't want to pay $25 for a joke. And they had all these high school jerseys, which was pretty cool. Like it was like pro athletes, but they're high school. So like they had a Josh Allen high school jersey. I had them check for sizes for Josh Allen and for Lamar. They didn't have my size in either of them. Damn. They had too small or too big. They didn't have my size.
Should have just went big.
Yeah, I could have, but it was big. It was the size too big almost had me thinking of getting a size too small if they had it, but they didn't even. They had two sizes too small. So it didn't work out. But it was crazy. Like they had some of the randomest one. Like they had a Zach Ertz high school jersey. That was the most random one I saw there.
That's awesome.
And they had like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I was like, that would be kind of cool / funny to get. But it might be weird to wear like a high school girl's jersey.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't know about that. So I didn't do that. Didn't get anything from that store, but it was cool. The guy that was owning the store, the guy that owned the store, said his uncle, I think it was, used to play lineman for the Bills, so that was cool.
Okay.
But yeah, I had a good time. But I asked the guy, I was like, "Is it true that they closed the Carhartt outlet?" Because I hadn't found it yet. I'm like, "Where is it?" He's like, "Yeah, they lost it," because he mentioned my Carhartt hoodie. Yeah, we lost it. It's gone. So that was sad. But yeah, that was a review of the outlet that everyone really wanted.
Was it that it was weird not being there this year. Like for the last
Yeah, Caleb always
3
stops in
years.
at least for like a day or two.
Yeah, I would at least stay the night at least once.
Yeah.
Like always lined up with my days off, and
It was super nice not having you there.
I'm sure.
It was great. They had this room. This is a perfect segue to the Michael Jackson game.
I forgot about
I almost filmed a little bit for the show to send you to put it in, and I was gonna set it up in the Friends room. They had a Friends room like based on the cafe,
Yeah.
and I was gonna set it up in front of this huge mural of the cafe that they had.
Been
Would have been a pretty cool backdrop. Like they had they were trying to replicate Phoebe's stage, her little stage. I was gonna film it up there, but in the Friends room, have you ever played? It's a full stand-up, full-size arcade machine, but it's modernized with a new
Like a new
regular TV screen, and it has like 6,000 games on it.
Yes.
And I found this game on there called Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Okay.
And in this game, you have to rescue children from the bad guys as Michael Jackson. So that was, you can imagine, an interesting game. And I was playing this on a friend's arcade machine. So another story that sounds like I'm describing a weird dream.
Yeah.
You'll hear another one in tomorrow's episode.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. Beat the game twice. Once with my eldest niece and once with my second eldest niece. But I don't think they understood the irony of that game.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I gotta say though, it was a short game, so maybe it came out as a promotional game or something. It was like 5 or 6 levels. It was pretty good.
Good game.
It was a pretty good game. I'm not gonna lie. You got a power up and you would hit it, and like if you're playing 2-player, you're both MJ. There's 2 MJs. They would both do a synchronized Michael Jackson dance with a spotlight on them, and then everyone would die.
That's awesome.
So cool.
That's
it's a pretty good
incredible.
Game.
Yeah. And you left a sticker at the Airbnb?
Under the stool that was on Phoebe's stage. I put a Yelling at Pigeons sticker. So
if you're the owner of the Airbnb and you found this and you're listening to this episode, get him right there. Vandalizing. Get him.
No.
It's him. Get him.
I didn't say I put it there. I left it there.
It's him. Get him.
I left it there.
Yep.
Someone else put it. It was already there when we got there, and I chose to leave it.
Get him.
That's all I've admitted to.
Get him. It's him.
Or how about this? Contrary, if you are staying there now and you just found the sticker and you looked it up, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna see what this is.
Don't snitch.
I slept in the front room, so you might be in my bed. So,
such a weird way to say that.
Wouldn't that make them feel uncomfortable though? I thought that would be fun. They go to bed and they're like, yeah, that's kind of weird. That guy I just saw on YouTube. He was sleeping in this exact bed like a week ago.
Yeah. Or it might not even be next year. You know, if it's still there.
Could be. Yeah, if we end up in the same house, I'm definitely going to check if it's still there, for sure. But it was a good time. During the vacation, anytime you go on vacation, you're going to end up doing a lot of eating, a lot of fast food, a lot of restaurants maybe you don't have around.
Yeah.
And we hit Portillo's a few times.
Okay.
I'm sure you've had Portillo's, right?
I've not had Portillo's. I know about Portillo's, but they didn't have one in Ocala.
Gotcha.
And I didn't really hang out in Orlando that much. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, driving all the way over there, but they have one in Orlando and Kissimmee, and fire. Love Portillo's. I don't know why I used Portillo's to bring this up because I don't think it was the first thing that he mentioned this, but it reminded me of it because we talked about it again. Jordan, Jordan. He and Max had this debate going all week.
Of course.
Jordan says, so Jordan went to Texas Roadhouse. And
of course,
I don't know if this was a story or an example he was using, but we'll tell it as a story. He went to Texas Roadhouse. He gets this super nice steak, right? Pay a bunch of money for it. Although, granted, Texas Roadhouse, cheaper compared to others. Come on the show. Gets this great, beautiful steak. Enjoys it. What a great meal. They offer him a mint on the way out the door. He says, I don't want a mint. Why? Your breath tastes like steak. He's like, yeah, that's the point. I just paid for that steak. I want to marinate a little bit. I want to taste that steak a little longer.
Okay.
Max thinks this is disgusting. Jordan thinks this is logical and normal. where do you stand on this? When you pay for food, do you instantly want to get a minty taste, or do you want to kind of enjoy it a little longer?
That's a good. I don't know if I want to instantly get the minty taste, but like eventually, you want a change of pace for the flavor. Like,
yeah,
I'm not a big gum guy, so I know some people throw a piece of gum in right after they get finish eating. I think that is crazy, but I think 10, 15 minutes later, I'm gonna want to mint, and sometimes that's when you're leaving.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, he wasn't claiming letting it simmer for hours.
Yeah,
But he thinks it's crazy when someone has a mint as soon as they're done with their meal.
yeah,
And I think I agree. I think I weirdly agree.
Yeah, I think eventually I want something.
He's like, then my
different.
mouth tastes like mint. I just had this great steak. I don't want it to end.
Yeah,
I want it to keep going.
Yeah.
And I think I actually agree with that take.
No, I do
Max
too.
thought it was disgusting.
That'd be like the equivalent to brushing your teeth right after you eat.
Yeah, we had the reason I brought Portillo's. We had just had Portillo's. He got a burger. It looked amazing, and he was like, "It's one of the best fast food burgers I've ever had in my life." And he was like, "I really want to go back to Dutch Bros, but I don't want to go yet because I don't want to switch my taste from burger to Dutch Bros yet. I want to keep it on."
That
burger
makes sense.
for a while.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I guess I don't really think about that, but
yeah,
now I will.
yeah.
But I guess it's the same thing. If you have a drink, with your meal, if say you're drinking a nice Dr. Pepper, and you have that steak, are you just done drinking for the rest of the night? Not the rest of the night, but for a little bit, because that's going to shift you
You don't
to
want
Dr.
to wash
Pepper.
it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. Although the Dr. Pepper is probably half the reason for my meal because I love Dr. Pepper.
that's true. That's true.
My next note was I saw Mufasa, and it was an excellent film.
Okay.
Mufasa's good. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Wait, you saw you went to the movies in?
Yeah,
nice.
we went to one of those dine-in movies.
Oh, those
it
things
was
are sweet.
attached to Margaritaville,
Yeah,
and I had we didn't stay at Margaritaville, but you can just go through.
yeah.
They have bad security there, if you're
Yeah.
wondering. And yeah, I had chicken and waffles while I watched
Nice.
Mufasa.
That's
It was
awesome.
awesome.
What a combo. Did you have something to wash it down right after to get rid of the chicken and waffle taste, or did you let that simmer for a little bit?
I mean, generally, I was drinking it, while I was eating. But I wouldn't say it got quite washed down.
Yeah,
Immediately.
because that's a long. If your chicken and waffles you get that at the beginning of the movie, you're gonna have that flavor for a while.
I had a long time. By the time I left the movie, I wasn't tasting chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah.
But it was actually a really good movie. Max said it was better than the original Lion King.
Oh,
Hot take. I don't agree with that. But I do think it was really good.
Yeah.
I recommend.
I've heard good things
Very
about
good
it.
movie.
My
Yeah,
parents
very
went
good
and saw it. They liked it a lot.
Yeah. Another note was I had a creepy moment checking on my youngest niece.
Oh.
Everyone was out by the pool, and I wasn't in the pool. Not a very aquatic person, or they were in the hot tub. And hey, Luke, since you're dry, can you run in and check on Ava? I don't see her on the baby monitor. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, the thought was pretty well assumed that my mom had gone in there and got her because she was the only one in the house.
Yeah.
And so I went inside, and I go upstairs to check on her. And the whole upstairs there's no lights on. Just kind of dimly lit by some lights they had for this little Star Wars thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super dimly lit. I don't know what room she's staying in. I forgot. So I'm trying to find. I could hear her. She has a sound machine that plays like a lullaby.
Oh no!
And I could hear this lullaby slowly playing, and I'm creeping through the dark upstairs in this house I don't know. And I'm slowly reaching for door handles. And I'm trying to be careful because if I open the wrong door, one of my other nieces that's asleep that doesn't need to be checked on is in, and I could wake them up on accident. So I'm slowly reaching for this handle, just hearing the sound of the lullaby, and I finally find her. Everything's okay, but my mom did have her. She was still in the room with her, trying to get her to go back to sleep. And she said, yeah, I heard her saying, where are you? And where are you, someone? And like probably asking for her mom or something. She was like, I couldn't tell what she was saying. But I was thinking, I'm like, what if my mom hadn't got to her and I was already in this upstairs with this creepy lullaby playing in the dark and I can hear a small child saying, "Where are you?"
Yeah, that would be.
I would have ran out of the house.
Yeah,
And I never would have came back in.
And you've watched enough scary movies to know what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so
See, like
creepy.
that's the reasons like that is like why I can't do scary movies is because like if that happened in real life, like I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. When I was telling the story, when I came back downstairs, someone, I don't remember who, said they read a thing once that was like a joke. It was the best sound in the world is a child's laughter unless you live alone and don't have any children.
Yep.
Like, that's so true.
So true.
And when I told this story, one of my nieces that was still up started crying because she was scared.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, I had to take her upstairs and show her that it's not scary. I'm like, it's hard because I can't say I was just kidding because technically everything I said was true.
Yeah. You don't
She
be a
doesn't
liar.
understand that the end result was that it was just simply the baby sound machine and
Yeah.
she was in
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
Like, it was fine.
Yeah.
But which reminded me of the time. Remember when my Uncle Bill told those
Oh my
stories at
goodness,
youth group?
dude! He had the best ghost stories. We should have him on to tell some.
You know they're true, right?
Yes, I'm aware.
100% true. And like they've done documentaries about the place he used to live at that he told those stories about.
Let's
And
send me some links.
yeah, I'll have to find one. But I don't know if I ever told you because maybe when I was younger I was too embarrassed. I don't care now. When we got home from youth group that night, I was a mess because I was so scared. And my parents had to call my uncle. He had to tell me that it was a lie, but just to get me to calm down.
Yeah,
But they were true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Which
that.
I kind of
they freaked me out for a while.
I kind of knew that he was lying, telling me it was a lie.
Yeah,
But for some reason, I just accepted it and was like, okay, fine.
yeah.
I'll
We were like
stop
what,
being
like
upset.
6? No, I don't know.
We were very young.
Like, we were young.
I don't think we were in sixth grade.
No, we were in elementary school. We were very young. That was.
Yeah. That's why I was like, this is kind of ironic because when I was probably about her age, I got
Yeah.
very worked
But
up
I
about
also,
the
like-
ghost story.
I also loved those stories, like just the anticipation of like what happens next, and like
They're
But
pretty crazy stories.
they're pretty crazy. But I don't like scary movies. Like I don't know why I like a scary story.
a scary story that's a true story from
Yeah.
someone you know that's not making it up versus a movie that's fake.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
pick your poison. Like the one about him getting in there and all the furniture was upside down.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
Pretty crazy. Watching the bed sink down next to him.
Yeah, insane,
Wild.
insane.
Wild.
Would not want to live there, but like hearing that
No.
from someone else is
No. The writing on the mirror and toothpaste, the
Yeah.
fan catching on fire.
yeah. Voices
running
like,
upstairs.
hearing voices like whisper in his
Yeah.
ear. Whoa! All right, now I'm freaked out just like
Creepy stuff.
remembering them. Those probably aren't even like the worst ones. He probably has more.
That's true. If he told that
didn't-
to us when we were like 6, he probably has.
Yeah.
He probably has worse ones.
Yeah,
What
we
do you
need
think
to
of
get
that?
him on here to tell a story.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Tell a story about
Um,
cutting his thumb off.
Yeah,
I remember,
shout out Uncle
but I
Bill.
do remember being more scared when I hearing that he like cut his thumb off. Like,
We were so mean. This man cut his thumb off, and then he was also like our Sunday school teacher, and we just called him like didn't we like call him Stubbs or something?
yeah,
for
we
a
call
while?
him like stubs and nubs.
Just
Oh.
roasted him. Oh,
Maybe that's
man.
why he told us the stories because
Yeah,
he was
he's
like,
like, all right, I gotta
I'm
pay
going to
for
scare
this."
these kids straight.
And then he played Who Wants to Be 100 Grandionaire with us. And he
Yeah,
brought, it
give
was
us
like
the,
100 grand bar.
the candy.
That's fun.
Oh,
Man.
man.
My next vacation note was Crush Yard is incredible.
Oh yeah, your
Crush
pickleball.
Yard, yeah, it's like the Top Golf of pickleball, kind of.
Now this is where I have beef with you.
Okay.
You said you met one of like the founders or like the main guys.
Yeah, one
and
of the
you
investors.
refused to tell the investors and refused to tell them about something else you could invest in.
I didn't refuse. I didn't think to.
Uh-huh.
And then I texted you as soon as I left and said I fumbled the bag.
You fumbled the bag.
Should have got him a sponsor of the show.
Well, it's
Yeah.
probably smart because if he would have like been like, "Oh, I got to go listen to their latest episode," just me. And
That's true.
Might
You'd
not
like,
have
where's
been.
even the other guy? The guy I met's not even on here.
yeah, but that would have been electric. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. So how's it? You said Top Golf?
In a way, the Top Golf of pickleball,
Okay. Tell
the
me more.
bowling of pickleball. You know what I mean? Like you're obviously not on a bay looking out into a.
Yeah.
a
But you're not
huge
like playing against
field.
each other. You're like playing like mini games.
No, you are. You are. But
Okay.
as far as like combining pickleball with
Like a bar.
casual hanging in a bar, and like
Yeah.
there's like a nice seating area for you get your own court, and then behind your court there's a seating area.
Okay.
Everyone can sit down, have a good time. You can order food, drinks, alcohol.
Okay.
They have 2 little arcades the kids could play. They have they have this shelf that's just full of board games. So anyone that's not playing, you can just play board games while everyone's just playing pickleball. And it was literally so cool. It was the coolest thing ever. We were begging him to put one in Maryland. Shout out Crush Yard, sponsor the show.
Dude, they could sell Orange Crushes in Maryland. It would just be perfect.
Yeah, and their logo's orange.
Yeah.
For Crush Yard, so it makes sense. But yeah, Crush Yard was awesome. I took a throwaway coaster and just took it home with me because they didn't have any merch, and I wanted merch. That was the closest thing I could find. It had throwaway coaster with their logo on it, so snagged one of those. It was funny though. We're talking to the investor, and we're like, "You guys don't have any merch? We wanted to buy some shirts or something." And he was like, "No, the guy that orders them, for some reason, he ordered almost exclusively like 3XL and stuff like that." He's like, "We have them at the other location in North Carolina or whatever." And he's like, "All we have." He ordered so few of normal sizes that we don't have like anything left worth shipping.
Dang.
And he was like, "So that guy got fired," and we all started laughing. He was a straight face. Like, oh, he did get fired.
He did get fired? Oh, never mind.
So that's that guy looking for a job.
Come on the show.
Yeah, you can come on the show to be our voluntary producer or something.
Make us merch.
Okay, next note was one of my nieces told me she was going to, quote, "I'm going to peel off your skin so I can have your bones."
And that's not the creepy niece story?
No. Oh, man. No, we were at Blaze Pizza. And one of my nieces, she just starts like scratching my arm, just messing with me. And I was like, "Oh, what does ever stop?" And she goes, "I'm going to peel off your skin so I can have your bones."
That's insane. What's that? Was this the same? This wasn't the same one that was scared of the story, was it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was going to say, you should.
This was the older sister of the youngest that was sleeping in the scary scenario. That was a crazy thing to say.
That is insane.
Have we still watch this someday when she's older and we can laugh about it? Because that's crazy.
That is crazy.
I just kind of laughed it off. I was like,
well,
okay,
does she know that the bones are your money?
Oh, the bones are the skeleton's money.
Yeah. So.
So are the worms, though.
So are the worms.
So she could use worms.
She could use worms, but she was.
She could use worms. She did not pull my hair up or out.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, that was just hilarious. It's just kids. Like, they just, sometimes they say stuff that just makes no sense and is honestly a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But it's just kids.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue, "I'm going to peel your skin off so I can have your bones."
Yeah, welcome back to Yelling at Pigeons. Luke's niece stole all of his bones, so he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be all Caleb solo episodes from now on.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that until I saw the note.
That is crazy.
My next note: I saw an old white dude with long hair and a long white beard wearing a shirt that said "Absolute Queen."
That's awesome. Go off, Queen.
Now, I thought, oh, maybe that's like Queen the band.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find anything else on the shirt that would indicate that.
No, it was just talking about
Then I have in my note here, though, update. Saw him again about 20 minutes later, and it was a Queen band shirt because it had the quote on the back, "Is this real life? Is this just fantasy?"
Oh, crazy.
So it was, yeah. But it's just on the front. It just said
awesome.
"Absolute Queen."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was my whole entire notes.
Yeah, all of your vacation.
And we're about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
So.
All vacation and the roast of Yap episode 25.
Caleb's episode review.
Yeah.
So,
I don't.
We talked.
Like I said, I don't have much. I did find that you can play Michael Jackson Moonwalker online.
Nice. I was wondering.
But it might potentially give your computer a virus. So I don't know if I would do it.
Oh, it would definitely give you a computer virus.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if maybe you could play it on what's that app, Delta
Oh, maybe.
or whatever, the retro
Maybe.
gaming app.
I might use my
probably
old computer to play it.
Pull it up. We should stream beating
Yeah.
Michael Jackson Moonwalker one of these nights.
That'd be
That'd
awesome.
be awesome. He would after every level he would do. I'm not even gonna try to do any of his ad libs. One, because I can't, and two, because of my voice. He would do the one that sounded like he just stubbed his toe, but I'm not gonna try to do it. Yeah, after every level, so funny. It was very like loud and aggressive. Sometimes he would do that when you were fighting too, which is very funny.
That's awesome. Ramona.
Yeah. So that was vacation.
Awesome. That's you feel rested and revived, even though you went to a football game 48 hours after you got back, or
Kind of. I slept super late today, trying to make up for it.
you're so tired
'cause-
for some reason.
Yeah, been a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plane ride, like I said, I don't think I said it on here, but I was telling you about it. Horrible plane ride,
Okay.
bunch of turbulence. Yeah, lots of prayers on the ride, shaking in my boots. Just did not like it. Honestly, for the average person, they might have been like, "Yeah, it wasn't that bad." But
Yeah.
I've had really good luck with planes,
Yeah.
and this was my first time with like significant turbulence.
Yeah.
Although Max did say it was the worst plane ride he's been on. He's been on a lot more than me.
Yeah.
But my dad thought it was fine. Like, no, it was pretty smooth. Like, okay.
All right. Did he
Crazy.
sleep?
He also
for most
he
of
also
it?
didn't like Mufasa because, quote, it was just a bunch of animals fighting for 2 hours.
He would.
I was like, yeah, that's sick. That's the best part.
He would hate Animal Planet.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I was like, did you like the original Lion King? He's like, oh yeah, it was a great movie. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Who knows?
so I don't know about
Speaking of, not speaking of that, but like just movies, TV shows in general. New episode of Severance came out, season 2. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna rewatch it before the next episode came out because I watched it getting ready for work, so like missed some of it. But another Apple TV Plus, whatever it's called. I've been watching Silo. Have you watched Silo? I know I texted you about it, but I can't remember.
I'm not caught up. I've watched the whole first season and a couple episodes of season 2.
Great show.
It is a good show.
I'm
telling you, Apple TV is the best bang for your buck. Everything on there is so good.
Very, very good. Like all of it. Like who do you know? Like from like people in charge being crazy and like people trying to leave the silo and just all this stuff. Like insane.
And it has the mother of Lisan Al Gaib. If you guys are Dune fans,
haven't watched it.
you'll be the same. You would be the same as me then. I watched Silo before I saw either Dune.
Okay.
Like, hey, that's the main girl from Silo.
Oh, nice.
She plays Timothy Chalamet's mom
Okay.
in Dune.
She's incredible.
Great actor.
Great actress. But yeah, I don't really want to spoil. I don't know if anybody's gonna go watch it, but like you've got to the point where she leaves the silo, right?
Caleb.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
She leaves at the end of season 1.
I mean, you could have at least said skip ahead.
Oh well, whatever. It's
Skip ahead if you don't want any more.
It's a couple. There's
I
a
have
couple.
got to that point.
Okay, and the mask in the helmet is what makes it look like it's nice out there, but it's not. Like
Yeah.
Like I don't understand like what people are trying to do. Like,
Well, yeah, but also she made it.
she made it because her friends helped her out. Her friends and mechanical put the right tape on her because it was like they were putting bad tape to make them die.
Yeah,
And it's been throwing me through a whole like. I've been put in the blender for this show, and I'm
it's a good show.
really sad that Rashida Jones,
I know. I first watched it because I'm like, oh, Rashida Jones sick. This is gonna be awesome.
yeah, she's in like 2
and then
episodes.
spoiler alert, she's in it for like, would you say like 2 episodes?
Yeah, but it's just crazy that like I thought like when I like saw other like the video that she saw of like the birds and everything out there, I thought that she was going like that. They were making the screen make it look like people died.
Yes,
So people wouldn't want to go out. Like, I was
I
like,
thought
so
she
the
was
screen-
seeing. It actually took me a while to even figure out. Like, I was confused.
Yeah,
But yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, they've been making like the window look like it's really a screen that almost looks like a window.
Yeah.
Look like people aren't making it, but they're actually fine.
Yeah.
It was all CGI, but no.
yeah. Yeah, I still have a
masking
couple
CGI.
episodes left of season 2, but it's been a very good show. A lot of fun to watch.
I believe they did some. What do you call marketing that's just like in plain sight?
I don't know.
Like
Like how Severance just put the cast in the
yeah.
in the box.
Yes. Like that.
I don't
Is
know.
there a name for that? Like I know there's like guerrilla marketing and stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea.
They sent, I don't know if it was her, it was probably just some random person, to an NBA game. I think it was a Mavericks game in that full uniform
Okay, that's sick.
and like the mask and stuff.
Like
It's
when they
pretty
did
cool.
like people with, like in Smile when they would just have people show up places.
Yeah, just
Okay.
smiling. Yep. I love that kind of advertising. I think it's so fun.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
awesome.
like they did, like we mentioned Severance. If you guys don't know Severance, they set up this glass box with the cubicles from the show, and the actual actors were in there working or like pretending to work for like a little while.
Yeah,
And it was in Grand Central Station.
yeah.
People just watch them.
I almost like made a trip up there just because I
Oh,
wanted to
cool.
see it, but like nah.
Ben Stiller was out there watching. It's his show, so
Yeah.
pretty cool. I heard someone said they were there, and when they were tearing down, they asked like one of the security guards if they could have. They're like, "Oh, can I have like one of the props in there that the actors were using, like as a souvenir?" And even the security guards, this is how detailed they are. Even the security guards were in on it. Like they were like, "Lumen does not hire actors, only hardworking severed people or whatever." Like very
Whoa.
like almost robotic.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
that's good. That's good detail right there.
Oh, apparently
So-
the Silo season 3 trailer's out
Already?
now. Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Season 2 like just came out. I honestly couldn't have told you if season 2 was officially done or not yet.
Yeah. Oh, it just ended. I didn't realize that.
Man, that's cool.
But yeah, Apple TV.
I wanted to
Go
show, because I don't think, I mean, this is technically sports, but it's just funny. So I don't think it has to be sports. And I didn't get a chance to play it on sports. So I want to show the video of the golf cart crashing
Oh yeah, that
because it's so funny.
was so funny. So funny. I like watched it so many times because yeah, it's just hilarious.
It's so good.
Ryan J, you deserve it, brother.
The Ryan Day simp in the background. Whole Axel just
It
done.
just toasted all of it.
Right
And
off there.
she's like,
She kind of just disappears too. I don't know where she even goes.
look how mad he is. Look how
Ryan
mad he
Day's
is.
so mad, bro. Will Howard's just dying laughing.
Is everybody okay? Like they just like
Watch, when they turn back, I don't even know where the lady went. She's just gone.
if you're still out there, come on the show.
Yes.
Fucking deserve
Come on the show.
You deserve this is crazy.
Also, yeah, listen to this in the beginning too. The guy does it the whole video.
Could you turn the volume down on it a little bit though? Because it's like
Oh yeah,
blaring
I
in
got
my-
you. The guy is just the biggest Ryan Day simp ever.
Ryan J, you deserve it, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
But
Oh,
also,
man,
but
it's
also, like at the end, him saying, "Ryan, like you deserve this," is like, "Oh, you deserve your golf cart to crash." It sounds like,
yeah, that's true. You deserve this.
like a hater could have been like, "You deserve that." But yeah, then they're trying to then they're like trying to push it back and like, no, those wheels are like facing each other.
Yeah. The cops came over, were trying to pull it. Like, no, they are. That thing's cooked.
Also, just walk. It's not that far.
It might be.
It can't be that far.
It's a big stadium.
Yeah. Oh, did you see
Might be a
the,
while.
Did you see the like prices for things? It was awesome. Like everything was so.
Oh,
cheap.
their stadium's known to have.
It's
Yeah,
awesome. I
incredible.
wanted. That's like one that I want to go to just so I can like eat.
The problem is a lot of stadiums contract their concessions out to a company called Delaware North,
Okay.
and they suck.
Yeah.
If you go to a stadium and their concessions are ran by Delaware North, it's going to be expensive. The
Yeah.
food's going to be mid at best. You're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
I know
Unless
they
you-
run the Jack.
Unless you're able to get like one of those like local places that has a stand in there, and even then, it's not
Even
that
sometimes then, like, yeah, because you still have Delaware North behind it. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be the same as the actual local place. You know what I mean?
great. Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure they run the Jags one. I know they run the Jags one. I know they run the Bills one, and I'm pretty sure they're like the most prominent. Like they run most of them,
Yeah.
and it sucks. But Mercedes-Benz Stadium does not, to my knowledge, and they have great prices, which is awesome.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else. Like I said, my notes were thin this week. And I know you said you had some notes, so I was like, we'll figure it out.
You want to do some live five?
Gotta do some live five. Bradley, one of our like main listeners, went
Bucks
11.
fan, right?
Yes, Bucks fan. He got 11 straight today, and then turned around and got 12 straight. So, showing us up. But shout out Bradley.
Oh, I was
Bradley,
thinking.
if you're listening to this, leave a comment on.
Yeah, shout out Bradley.
Leave comments on YouTube and Spotify. It probably helps us out.
Comment your favorite color.
Yeah, only Luke did that last week, so.
But you knew I listened because I commented on favorite color.
So just leave some likes on our or say comments on our. Oh, jeez. Leave some comments on Spotify. I'm sure it helps.
Comment your favorite like word or phrase. Like even if you don't realize it's your favorite, you just find yourself saying it a lot. Like I say "to be fair" all the time. I almost said we should name the show "To Be Fair." I always say it.
Yeah.
Comment your "To Be Fair."
Yeah. Let's do that.
Show.
Also, if you're listening on Spotify, go to YouTube, throw us a like. Listen.
Yeah, why not?
Put 30 seconds up.
I'll tell you what. If you go to
we wanna
YouTube,
grow.
how about this? If you go to our YouTube and you drop a like, we'll throw in a free subscription.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Subscribe on there.
All you have to do is hit subscribe. Free.
Comment if you comment on the YouTube, and then DM us on Twitter or Instagram. We'll send you a sticker.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we're having fun doing this, but we also want to reach more.
The first two people, one of them's used now. The first person to do it, if they want to, have this hat.
Great, yeah.
I was just addicted to buying merch, and I don't wear hats.
Yeah, first person to comment on YouTube and like and subscribe, screenshot all of that, send it to Instagram or Twitter, or text it to one of us if you have our number.
No, you have to comment.
Okay. Well, no. Text us the screenshot of like subscribing and commenting, and you can get that hat.
And you specifically have to comment the following quote. Give me that.
Give me that. Yeah. And if you
want to drop, give me that in the comments.
And then everybody else will get stickers.
Yes. So
prove that you've listened this long.
If you're first, say give me that hat. If you're first, say give me that sticker.
Yeah.
Or if you're not first, say give me that sticker.
Yeah. So we want to run the numbers up. We enjoy making this, so we want people to listen. And if you want other people to listen,
the hat person would also get a sticker, by the way.
Yeah. If you want more people to listen, and for us to be able to do this more and maybe have some ads. I know everybody doesn't like ads, but
if you want to listen to ads. Do yourself a favor and give us some engagement.
If you want to listen to us give ads, because we'll put our own spin on it, unless they tell us not to, and then we won't. But more of us, give us more resources to do this. I don't like to beg for likes or anything.
Look, if we have more resources, we have better audio quality. Maybe I could get surgery on my voice, and we could be just overall better. It's a win for everybody.
Yeah, and it will give us even more motivation to think of more fun things to do. So let's hop into Live 5.
Live 5.
Luke, I mentioned it last week, but Jose was complaining that we usually just speed through them. Like he wants to hear all the options.
I catch us doing that sometimes.
But I feel like
sometimes when I catch it, I'll be like, oh wait, here's the options, but I forget often as well.
Yeah.
So sorry,
Jose.
Yeah.
Also, Jose's mad at me because he hurt himself running and walking. And he needs to bike, and he wants to change our run club on Strava to a bike club as well. But I don't think you can do that. 2, if I run for 30 minutes or I bike for 30 minutes, I'm gonna go so much further biking.
So much further biking.
So,
I got news for you, Jose. If you got a problem with it, take it up with old VC. Take it up with Vanessa Carlton because the song doesn't say I'd bike 1,000 miles.
Yeah, even running is stretching it, but
It is. Yeah, it's fast
And
walking though.
I have one response to you saying that you want us to do that. And I'm just gonna say no way, Jose.
Nice.
Well, let's get into this live five.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want? It shows. Does it show you the questions clear enough for you to read them?
Yeah, I can read them.
Okay, because my
Oh,
voice.
this is a great one.
Let's go.
What
I know
actor
this already.
has appeared in Over the Hedge, Date Night, and Dinner for Schmucks? John C. Reilly, Steve Carell, Owen Wilson, or Mel Gibson?
Steve Carell.
It is Steve Carell.
Love all these movies.
Great movies.
Dinner for Schmucks. So good. I don't have $10,000.
I don't have $10,000.
You
Over
don't.
the Hedge. Over the Hedge
You
is
don't
awesome.
have. You're what is it? You're missing an ear. You can't be a great artist. What did he say? I can't hear you.
Steve Carell.
My nieces play with these little things called calico critters,
Okay.
and it reminds me so much of Dinner for Schmucks.
Yes.
Every single time that they play with them, it's so funny. Let me see if I can show you a picture real quick. I know it's kind of interrupting, but it's hilarious. All right, I'll show you the calico critters after the quiz because I don't know how to do multiple screens. Next question.
Which presidential family did Richard Nixon's daughter, Julie, marry into in 1968? The Trumans, the Eisenhowers, the Kennedys, or the Johnsons? It has to be the Kennedys, right? I just feel like the Kennedys make sense.
Is she alive? Because if she's not, it's probably the Kennedys.
I have no idea. So
Why not?
I was thinking Kennedy, but I'm not sure. I don't have an answer. Eisenhower. Okay. The Three Gorges Dam spans what Asian river? Mekong,
That's a gorgeous dam.
Yangtze, Tigris, or Ganges?
Genghis.
The only one I really have heard of is the Yangtze. Oh, and the Tigris. The Yangtze and the Tigris. Ganges? I don't know. I don't have an answer. There's some tough ones. I should have went with the gut.
Yangtze.
Yangtze. What American hardware cooperative was founded in Chicago, Illinois in 1924, currently headquarters in Oak Brook, Illinois, and currently has more than 4,000 locations? True Value Hardware, Ace Hardware, Lowe's Home Improvement, the Home Depot.
So it's not Home Depot. I know for a fact because the CEO's from Georgia.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume that he's from there because they have that really cool aquarium in Atlanta.
Okay.
And he owns it, the guy that owns Home Depot.
Okay.
And they have a little like movie thing you can watch, like interactive thing for the fish, and the fish's name is Depot. And they'd be like, part of the script is like, let's go home, Depot.
Okay.
I learned that from, I might be telling that a little bit wrong, but shout out to Big T from Macrodis. We talked about it one time.
Of course he knows that.
So it's not Home Depot.
For some reason, Ace was.
Whoa, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
We have to go with it then.
Have to. Probably wrong.
Like for some reason, before you even finished the question, when you first started, when I saw hardware, I was like, I think this is Ace.
Ace feels like something Chicago. Like the C in Ace feels like Chicago.
Oh yeah, American Chicago hardware.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Let's go.
I do want to figure out what Ace stands for though. What is the first word?
I know. I think.
Hold on. What is the first word of the main text of the Declaration of Independence? In, we, for, when. Is it we the people?
I believe it's we the people, but is this a trick question by adding the main text? Is there something before that?
I don't think so. I think it's we
I
the
think
people.
this is a don't overthink it.
Because it's we the people is like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we the people.
When? And so it was a trick question.
It was a trick question. Yeah. Not including anything sharp or flat. What? Which two notes do not make up any of the open strings of a standard tuned guitar? Oh. A and C, E and G, C and F, A and G. This is a Jose question.
Well, if they're not including anything sharp or flat, it would have to be C and F.
Okay. I don't know how you knew that, but
I know guitars.
okay. What country
No,
is...
I don't. That was another case of me getting so lucky on a guess. I'm
That
pretending
was
to know.
crazy.
That was awesome.
In what
That was
country
awesome.
is the river named the Rubicon? Switzerland, Germany, Italy, or Sweden? The Rubicon.
I believe it's Toyota.
Oh, which is Japanese. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe like Switzerland, maybe Germany, maybe Italy. Could be Sweden. The Rubicon. Rubicon
4 good guesses, Caleb. Great job.
feels German.
Rubicon. I'm thinking Switzerland or Germany.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with either of those. Italy. It doesn't feel Italian.
It doesn't at all.
What?
Not even a little bit.
What 1969 Led Zeppelin song opens with the lyrics, "You need coolin', baby. I'm not foolin'. I'm gonna send you back to schoolin'." Kashmir, Stairway to Heaven, Black Dog, or Whole Lot of Love. The Black Dog? Are you talking about a dog? I don't know.
Nope. Whole
Nope.
lot of love.
I don't know.
This is not going well.
Yeah. Other than films in the Twilight series, what actor's highest grossing movie at the U.S. box office are Grown Ups 2 and Valentine's Day? Robert Pattinson, Cam Gigandet, Kellen Lutz, or Taylor Lautner? Is Taylor Lautner in Grown Ups 2?
I was gonna say, does Taylor Lautner have like a weird little like cameo in Grown Ups
I
too?
think so. I don't know
I
if
think
he's
so,
in
too.
Valentine's Day.
Let's go. It was Taylor Lautner.
A polydactyl person or animal has at least one extra what? Chromosome,
Dact.
navel, rib, finger, or toe?
I don't think it's chromosome.
No, that would be us.
Yes.
Navel, so belly button, rib, finger, or toe. For some reason, finger or toe is what's jumping off the
I was thinking that too.
page to me.
I was thinking that too. Let's go.
For some reason, I thought like
We got it right.
yeah, it went to like dexterity and like I don't know. In the 1980s, Hasbro made the popular My Buddy doll. What was the female equivalent doll also made by Hasbro? Kid Sister, My Sister, Sissy, Sally Jane, Malibu Stacy.
I mean, you would think it would probably be the My trend to specify that it's the female version.
Yeah. I like My Sissy. Kid Sister
All
feels weird, and Sally Jane feels just like a name, and Malibu Stacy feels like a play off of Malibu Barbie.
Oh, it was
Kid
Kid Sister.
Sister.
I was gonna say I actually like the name Kid Sister better, but My makes more
Yeah,
sense.
it made way more sense. Wow, we're struggling. In 1989, Madonna appeared along with her song "Like a Prayer"
Pepsi.
in commercial for which
Sorry, read it.
Cot, Vago, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Pepsi.
I think so because they did like the Michael Jackson thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have always sponsored like singers and stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. There we go.
Tony Horton is the most well known for creating and advertising what exercise program? CrossFit, Brazilian booty lift, P90X, or Insanity? Is that P90X?
Sure.
I think Tony is P90X. Yeah.
Let's go.
Portions of the Pearl River, the Mississippi River, and the line of latitude at 31 North form the border between which two U.S. states? Missouri and Kansas, Tennessee and Kentucky, Texas and Arkansas, Louisiana and Mississippi. I'm thinking Missouri and Kansas, but I'm not sure.
Man, I have no idea. So let's go with that.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Louisiana.
Really? It's that low. After Indianapolis, what is the most popular city in Indiana? Lafayette, South Bend, Evansville, or Fort Wayne? Is it Lafayette?
I was gonna say Lafayette. Then I was thinking maybe South Bend, but I think it's Lafayette.
Yeah. Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Never. Yeah. What author topped the charts with the novel Doctor Sleep in 2013, which was a sequel to 1977 novel? Is it Anne Rice, Dean Koontz, Stephen King, or Toni Morrison? That's a Stephen. Is that a Stephen King joint?
Yeah, it's a Stephen King joint.
Yeah.
Because they ended up doing a movie called Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
I never saw it, but I wanted to. I forgot it existed till right now.
Put it on the list. What scientific unit of frequency is named for the German physicist who invented the world's first radio antenna? A joule, hertz, ampere, or Pascal?
I'm thinking this is hertz because like gigahertz.
Yeah. But I also know of like
Does that
amp,
make sense?
like ampere and amp. And then a joule
We
as
might have
well.
lost Caleb. Maybe you lost me.
I still have
I
you.
don't know. But until further notice, we are going to go with my executive decision of hertz.
Like
Let's hope Caleb's not like looking at the screen screaming right now that it's, what did I just do?
Oh,
that
we did something.
One of the other options.
I still have you. I don't know
something.
why you can't hear me, but
because we are going to roll with hertz as soon as I get this tab back in the correct thing.
It's in the correct place for me.
Yeah, okay. Hertz it is. And we're right because we don't need Caleb to answer these questions for us. Okay?
I don't know what's going on. I'm here.
He wanted to brag about doing it on his own and going 5 of 6. We're going to do that.
Now I can't really
in what year
tell if Luke is ignoring me, if he was like planning on doing this.
The iMac computer. Now, those of you who are nerds like myself will know that this couldn't possibly be 1998 because it's too close to the 2008 release of the iPhone. I don't think there's a 10-year gap between the iMac and the iPhone. I think it was longer than that. And for that reason, we're going to go out of these options. I already know what we're going with, but I almost forgot to read them all. Jose, shout out.
I can still hear Luke.
1992,
I think
2008, 1998, and 2002.
Luke is messing with me.
We're going to be rolling with 1992. And we are wrong.
And Luke was wrong. I was going to say 1998.
Which I specifically said it was not.
Yeah, so it still says I'm recording. I just don't know why you can't hear me.
Caleb.
Maybe his
We still go 5 of 6.
Maybe his...
Who's the oldest person?
His headphones died?
I'm going to say that his headphones died. Supporting actor. The options are Robert Duvall, Christopher Plummer, George Burns, and Alan Arkin. Now, if you know acting like myself, you know that Alan Arkin was very young when he won the award for Best Supporting Actor. And he was not as young as Christopher Plummer, and Caleb has called me, so let's see what he's saying. Yo, you're live to tape. I do a podcast. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
Is it possible that your headphones died? Because I'm still on here.
That is very possible. But I don't see you moving.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm still on here, and it's like I get everything that you're saying, and see the screen moving. So I can try.
Let me. I'm gonna play the golf cart video again. See if it comes through my headphones. See if they're still on. It does.
Okay, interesting. All right, I'm gonna refresh my page.
Okay, we will keep trying in the meantime.
Great.
All right. So, I thought my headphones died. That is weird though that he could still hear me. I don't know why. All right. In the United States, which of the 9 other federal holidays occurs closest to Thanksgiving Day? Oh man, this one's gonna make me look really dumb. I'm thinking this is probably Columbus Day, right? He's rolling in, discovering. He sailed the ocean blue in 1492. And then we dined with the natives, and that created Thanksgiving Day.
Closest to Thanksgiving Day.
That was incredibly stupid and very
Yeah.
wrong. And I forgot to read the options, which were Veterans Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, and Columbus Day. The correct answer was Veterans
Yeah, I
Day.
had Veterans Day.
All right. In the movie
Can you hear me
Ferris
now?
Bueller's Day Off, what was the first name of the school
Can
secretary
you hear me now?
who assisted Principal
Oh,
Reed?
now you're
The options
now
are
you're just
Grace,
messing with me.
Margaret, Lucy, and Jane. The Ferris Bueller Day Off heads, like myself, will know that this was Margaret. And that would be wrong.
Can
It
you
was
hear me
Grace.
now?
What brand
You're
of
just
Coors
ignoring
was
me.
named America's most trusted brand in 2007, as well as winning favorite brand at Popular Mechanics Reader's Choice Awards. It is also the official brand of NASCAR and the DIY Network.
It's Craftsman.
Black & Decker,
No, it's
DeWalt,
Black and Decker. It's Black
Stihl,
and Decker.
or
It's
Craftsman.
Black and Decker. It's Black and Decker. It's Black and Decker. I don't know if Luke can hear me.
I kind of want to say DeWalt, but I feel like Black & Decker is more of
He
like
can hear me.
something
He
they would
can hear me.
sponsor, like DIY Network.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Black & Decker.
Yeah, I'm getting him wrong on purpose.
And it was Craftsman.
We'll start getting him wrong on purpose.
I'm not doing good. I'm not beating the
I'm getting Luke.
getting
We'll start
carried
getting
by
questions
Caleb
wrong
and
on
trivia
purpose, just in case he can hear me.
allegations. Not with this episode. No shot. In the game Operation, which part of the body is worth?
They're
the
worth
highest
dollar
I
amounts?
played this game like 2 times as a child.
I didn't realize they had dollar amounts.
I don't think we owned it. I think I only played it elsewhere. So I do not.
I'm gonna say
know,
I would
but
say
I'm gonna
broken
guess
heart.
this is either the brain or the heart. The options are wishbone, brain free /brain, breadbasket /stomach, broken heart /heart, and I would think this would be the brain or the heart. So I'm gonna say
Probably the wishbone.
heart. It was the breadbasket /stomach. Not good. What band recorded the 1998 hit single "Bittersweet Symphony"? Oasis, Blur, The Verve, or Pulp?
Feels like Oasis.
I only know one Oasis song, and
Feels like Oasis.
it is not this one. So we're gonna go with Blur, The Verve.
I don't know if Luke can hear me or not. I don't know what's going on.
This is really bad. The first 2 albums by the Beastie Boys to reach #1 on the Billboard 200 chart each have what 3-letter word in their
Boy.
titles?
Ill. No, ill. It's definitely ill. Ill.
Boy?
Ill.
Beastie Boys.
Ill.
I don't
It's
know
gonna be
some
ill.
Beastie Boys.
The options are not, ill, boy, and why.
Oh, I forgot to read the options. Not.
I was screaming ill.
This is literally 3 lines. This could be ill, or this could be I.
It's
I have no
ill.
idea. Boy or why?
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Where did Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson first attend school? I finally want to know, and also win an NCAA Division I football championship in 1991. The options are Florida State, Notre Dame, University of Miami, and Louisiana State University. This is University of Miami. Fun fact: he would go on to play very, very briefly for the Calgary Stampeders of the CFL. Shout out Calgary. What Italian cruise ship ran around in January 2012 when her captain sailed? Oh, ran around. It's ran aground. I apparently am dyslexic. I was wondering what that even meant. Ran around. I'll start the question.
Can you hear me now?
What Italian cruise ship ran aground in January
He's just
2012
ignoring me.
when her captain sailed too close to the shore? Titanic 2 is way too. There's no way it's Titanic 2. Rio Bravo, Lusitania, Costa Concordia. I'm going to say this is Costa Concordia, and it is. I know boats. In 1986, Tom Bodett became the spokesperson for what major lodging chain? How am I supposed to know this, bro? Who knows hotels like that? Even if you know hotels like that, which I haven't stayed in many, I couldn't tell you who is the major spokesperson for any of them, or who Tom Bodett or Bodett is. With that said, this is Holiday Inn.
Luke keeps not
And it
reading
was
the
Motel
answers.
6. And I forgot to read the options again. Super 8, Holiday Inn, Motel 6, Best Western. I'm working on it, Jose. I'm working on it. In one of the few instances of color in Steven Spielberg's 1993 film Schindler's List, what color is the jacket worn by the girl? Never seen this movie. Didn't know it was black and white.
It can't be gray. There's no way it's gray.
the color worn by the little girl? Blue, red, gray, or orange?
Gray wouldn't count.
I think they put the little girl in a red jacket. And they did. What brand of ice pop comes in flavors such as Alexander the Grape, Sir Isaac Lime, Louis Blue, Raspberry? Oh, Louis Blue Raspberry. I was gonna say that's crazy how they just have
Little
random
Orphan
raspberry
Orange
in
is
there and all the other ones are
insane.
puns. Louis Blue Raspberry and Little Orphan Orange. Okay. Popsicle, Other Pops,
Otter Pops.
Flavor Ice, and Pop Ice.
There's-
The way they spell Flavor Ice, like
Flavor
FLA-VOR -ice, makes me feel like they're the type of people that would also have like puns.
I don't know
in
if you
their
guys can
names.
hear me still.
Also, I read Other Pops. I might actually be dyslexic because it's Otter
Yeah.
Pops.
I think
Nonetheless,
Luke can
I'm
hear
going
me.
with the option of Flavor
I think
Ice.
Luke can hear me.
And it was
It was
Otter
Otter
Pops. Of course. This is brutal. I mean, you guys are listening to basically someone that's addicted to cigarettes someone that's addicted to cigarettes and
What
very
is the
bad at
name
trivia.
of the river that
Play
the Brooklyn
trivia
Bridge
for
spans over?
what could be an
East
unlimited
River,
amount of time.
the Hudson River, Fishkill
So
River,
it's not
Creek,
going great.
Flushing River.
What is the name of the
I think that's
river
the
that the
Hudson.
Brooklyn Bridge spans over? Caleb would have known this. Him and Jimmy walked over this bridge. They went to New York one time, him and my brother, and they walked for like 17
I think
miles
it's the
or
Hudson
something
River.
crazy, and I believe they went over the Brooklyn Bridge. So they probably would have known this. I will not. Hudson River, I believe, is what Sully landed on, and that was not in Brooklyn to my knowledge. But did it span over that way? That's the question. We're going to go with East River, and we are going to be correct. Oh, East River, Hudson River, Fishkill Creek, and Flushing River. Trying to read the options. Caleb's calling me again. Yo, are you still listening?
Yes, I've reloaded twice.
This is crazy. You're just a blank screen for me.
Yeah, I'm able to see all of the answers.
Have you been talking
You're
at all?
really good.
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's gonna be funny if it still records it. It's just not letting me see you or anything, and it's just you chiming in without me being able to hear you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just keep you on while we try to finish this?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my headphones off though.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself too.
Probably not a bad idea. Let me know when I'm good. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this. El cerdo is a Spanish word for what animal? Sheep, cow, bird, pig.
I'm not sure. El Cerdo.
I'm thinking.
Probably it feels pig. I don't know
Oh,
why.
I was gonna say cow. Well, I've gotten like 40 wrong in a row, so we'll go pig. Dude, you were right. Featuring better graphics and a more advanced controller, what video game console was introduced in 1979 by Mattel? Is this the Atari 2600?
Feels right, but I'm not sure. It feels like Atari. I don't know when Atari came out.
Like, yeah, maybe this was supposed to be the upgraded version of the original Atari because it's the 2600.
Did you read all the questions?
No, I was waiting for
Really bad at that.
you to tell me to do that.
Yeah.
I've been doing it just after I already answered it. Intellivision, ColecoVision, Atari 2600, and Odyssey. Let's do
It
Atari.
feels like Atari, but I don't know.
Intellivision. In October 2019, a TV series starring what title character? Oh, title character detective premiered on the CW. Nancy Drew, Veronica Mars, Sherlock Holmes, or Miss Marple. I kind of want to say this is Nancy Drew.
I don't hate that.
But no, because I feel like I remember there being a Nancy Drew either movie or show, but I don't think it was as recent as 2019, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe-
Sherlock Holmes, did Sherlock Holmes like get a new show like with Holmes and Watson on CW?
No, Holmes and Watson was a movie in theaters.
Ah,
Maybe it's
Sherlock
Veronica
was a
Mars.
movie? I don't know who that is.
Huh?
I don't know who that is.
Veronica Mars?
Yeah.
It's a detective. Oh, it was Nancy Drew. I talked myself out of the right answer. All right, I better get this one. I do know this one. Which basketball team moved from Oakland to San Francisco for the 2019-20 season? Oh, actually, this is confusing. Portland Trailblazers, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies. So before I even read the options, I thought Warriors, but are they trying to say they moved there only for one season?
Yeah.
Because that lines up with about when the Warriors would have moved to San Francisco.
I feel like that's right.
That's got to be it.
It's got to be.
I don't like the way they worded it, but it has to be the Warriors. Like, they were playing in Oakland, now they play in San Francisco. Yeah, okay. Almost overthought that. Born in 1874, who was the first U.S. president to be born west of the Mississippi River? James Monroe, Calvin Coolidge, coolest name, Woodrow Wilson, or Herbert Hoover?
Well, the Hoover Dam is in, like, isn't that, like, in, like, Arizona-ish?
Yeah, I definitely know that.
So is that, like, where he was from? I don't know when these states became things, but it's the only one that, like, makes sense to me.
We got it. What band broke up in 1980 following the death of drummer John Bonham? Wow. I'm just now learning that John Bonham died. Did not know that. We used to be in my history class, in Mr. Cleary's class, and if you know how people used to like make beats with like a pen and a pencil,
Yeah.
and if someone was doing that, he'd be like, hold on, John Bonham. Hold on, John Bonham. And I never knew he was dead this whole time till right now. Okay, the options are Deep Purple. There's a lot of colors here. Deep Purple, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, or Black Sabbath.
I want to say Led Zeppelin because it's the only not color.
Okay, interesting reason, but I don't hate it. Let's do that. Yep.
Interesting.
They went with a material instead of a color. Located between the rib cage and the pelvis, how many lumbar vertebrae do most humans have?
How many vertebrae do most humans have?
I do not know. I want to say 6 for this. The options are 10, 6, 5, and 4. And I don't know why. I want to say 6. It's just a guess. I don't know, half a dozen.
I know 5, I think.
Is 6? Yeah, is 6 too symmetrical?
Yeah.
So we go with the only odd number. All right, I like this. This is the same thinking as the last one. The only one that's different than the others.
Yeah.
And it's right. That was Caleb's cheat code this whole time. He's just been picking the ones that are different.
Yeah.
Which soccer team won the first Premier League title? Where's Tanner?
Should we phone friend Tanner?
Aston Villa, Norwich City, Blackburn Rovers, Manchester United.
Right. Blackburn Rovers is the one that I don't know if it exists anymore.
So it would make sense that they would win the first one.
Yeah. There's old.
Let's do it. You want to do it?
Sure. Man. Man U was my second guess.
More like Man U don't know ball.
I don't know much about
I don't either. What is the official name of Stanford University? The University of Leland Stanford. Am I saying this right? Leland or Leland? Is it like LeBron?
Leland. Like Leland.
Okay. LeBron Stanford Jr. Leland Stanford Junior University, Leland Stanford Senior University, University of California at Stanford.
Oh.
I'll be honest. I couldn't even tell you where Stanford is. Is it in California?
I don't know. I kind of like Leland though. First one university. Oh, I don't think it's University of California at Stanford.
Me either. I'm thinking it's the University of Leland Stanford.
Yeah.
Maybe that was their name, and they just started calling it Stanford.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a junior. You know, Weenie Hut Junior. And I thought these people were all smart.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the only Scandinavian country that is not part of the Scandinavian Peninsula? Finland, Norway, Sweden, or Denmark?
I think.
Ooh, I need to go with some sports questions.
I think it's either Denmark or Sweden. I just don't know which one's where.
Denmark. I went with it, and it was right.
Okay.
What actor turned down a role in Apollo 13 to star in a 1995 thriller alongside his then girlfriend, Gwyneth Paltrow? Is this Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck, or Sean Penn? I kind of feel like this is Johnny Depp, but I don't know.
Did he date Gwyneth?
I just feel like he would have.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I can't see him in Apollo 13.
No.
Now, Brad Pitt, I could see him in Apollo 13.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Ben Affleck, I could too.
That is true.
But Johnny Depp feels like he would have dated Gwyneth Paltrow.
So maybe it's the one that we can't see dating, but Gwyneth Paltrow and Sean Penn.
Sure. I don't know.
Oh, it was Brad Pitt. I should have known better. Of course, he was dating somebody. It's Brad Pitt. What product was advertised in infomercials in which an athlete spoke the tagline, "It's so good, I put my name on it"? That's definitely the George Foreman grill. The other options are Anthony Sullivan, Billy Mays, and James Dyson. Billy Mays as an infomercial.
Wait, hold on.
Hi, Billy Mays here. Huh?
It says what product, and then it gives us the George Foreman grill.
Oh, that's a good point.
It gives the rest of them are names.
That's a good point.
It was the George Foreman grill.
Are they? Yeah. So they're calling Billy Mays a product.
Yep.
Interesting, Sporkle. All right, it's the George Foreman grill. What family of musical instruments includes flutes, clarinets, and saxophones?
Oh, I know this one.
Percussion, strings, woodwinds, or brass? This is woodwinds, right?
Yes.
I didn't sound confident as much as your.
Yes.
I know this was.
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking like a reed, and then like thing, and then
reeds.
wind.
But do flutes have reeds?
I don't know, but either way, they're probably wooden flutes.
Yeah.
What 1906 novel? And you're blowing into the flute, so wind. But what 1906 novel by Jack London was released as a companion to his earlier work, The Call of the Wild, The Valley of the Moon, Burning Daylight, The Son of the Wolf, or White Fang? So I feel like I've heard of White Fang.
I think it's White Fang.
Okay, I'll say Valley of the Moon sounds more like Call of the Wild. White Fang, I feel like I've heard the name before.
Yeah.
And it is. What spiked medieval weapon shares? Oh, okay. I'm reading this like it's a stock. What spiked medieval weapon shares its name with the largest vegetarian food producer in the United States? Morningstar, Claymore, Quarterstaff, or Ballista?
It's Morningstar.
Okay. Didn't know you were a vegetarian.
Well, I used to have to order a bunch of vegetarian food when I worked in the kitchen.
I figured. What Dutch Baroque painter created Supper at Emaus? That's definitely not how you pronounce it. Anatomy Lesson of Dr. Tulp and The Night Watch. Johannes Vermeer, Rembrandt, Vincent van Gogh. You only have one ear. You can never be an artist. Last option is Jan Steen.
I don't know, Rembrandt, aside from Van Gogh, but I don't think it was Van Gogh. I think they would have had like Starry Night or something on there.
Yeah.
I think Rembrandt's the only one I've really heard of.
Cool name. It's like the Drake of painting.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There we go. There's 5.
That is 5. We did it.
Here.
We did it. One more for the road. See if we can. Oh, here you go. You're a WWE guy now. Who was the last tag team to win the World Tag Team Championship before it was melded into the WWE Tag Team Championship? Is this Big Show and The Miz, Big Show and Chris Jericho, Edge and Chris Jericho, or Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith?
I think it's Big Show and Jericho.
Wrong. Tyson
Yeah,
Kidd and David Hart Smith.
This
All right.
is like after
We're finally
before I started watching.
done with that. We're an hour and a half in.
Am I back? Is there any way I'm back?
Not for me.
Ah, interesting. Well, I'm on the screen. But if
You know what's funny though? It shows that you're in here, but your screen is all black, and your mic. Obviously, you muted your mic, but it's showing me that you muted your mic, which is like telling me that
about
it's
now?
staying up to
hear
date
me
with
now?
you.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, for my phone, but all right. Well, is what it is. Hopefully, my mic picked up your call decently.
Technical difficulties on our first show back.
I mean, it wouldn't be yelling at pigeons without technical difficulties.
No, would never be. But this is why people need to like and subscribe and comment.
So we can technically get rid of all the difficulties.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you somehow decided to stick around, that's been the show. You can follow me on Twitter, LukeShow56. You can follow Caleb at Papa John Fan Club at Twitter.com. I think is that your username or your regular name on there? And then the other one was P Diddy #1.
Well, they are like interchangeable. I have a couple burners.
Okay. What's what's your main one they can follow you at?
Caleb P. Crane, Instagram Caleb Crane 12, and I don't know what else. TikTok. Oh, we didn't even talk about
TikTok's
TikTok.
back. We didn't talk about that.
TikTok's
Oh well,
back.
we're an hour and a half in. We lost it and it's back. In the span of
that was the
last time we
DeMar
said we
Hamlin
lost
of
it. We're
apps.
back. Yeah, the DeMar Hamlin of apps. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm still seeing both of us, and it says that I'm recording, so we'll probably see video of me.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully. Yeah. All right, let's blast.
Let's blast. Talk to you next week.
Yelling at pigeons. Nobody